My name is Melissa Avery, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the Journal of Midwifery and Women's Health, your journal at ACNM. I grew up in Peoria, Illinois, played in Peoria, as people sometimes still say. I became a nurse midwife in 1982, and not too long after that, I started out as a peer reviewer for the journal, then was called the Journal of Nurse Midwifery, JNM. It was kind of just a gut thing, but probably because I've always liked writing and literature. Before I became a nurse and then a midwife, I always was going to be an English major and become an English teacher. So I guess maybe there was just something there. I've always loved to read and liked to write, and it just came. It just sort of came. My first position as a nurse midwife was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, so I moved to Minnesota from Kentucky from my midwifery program, and I actually joined my first ACNM committee when I was a student in Kentucky. Part of that was probably because my program director was the vice president and then became the president of ACNM while I was a student. So, I'm one of those kind of people that likes to engage. That's where I got started. I served on a number of committees. I chaired a couple of them. Just, one thing would get done, I'd do something else. I had a couple of elected positions. I was vice president of the college, and I'm also a past president. With regard to the journal, I started out as a peer reviewer. I became an author, and over time increased my level of involvement in the journal, so that when the most recent call for a new editor-in-chief came, I didn't think that was for me. But I received some encouragement from a few people. And I do love our journal. I've always loved our journal. I actually remember when I started my midwifery program and went to the University of Kentucky and found out that not only was I going to get to be a midwife and part of ACNM, but that they had their own journal. And even back then, I thought that was pretty cool. So I've had an interest in a long time, and over 40 plus years of my midwifery career, I ended up in this position.